Hi everyone, today's training video is with regards to cleaning a dental room after an endodontic procedure was done by the doctor. As you can see, there are a lot of little things that need to be either sterilized or tossed. It's very important for you to know this step by step very well so you don't contaminate the clean areas or toss an instrument or file by mistake. The first thing to do would be to remove the plastic off of the endodontic machine without touching the machine or contaminating it. The next step would be to take the endodontic handpiece off. You first press the head and take the file off and put it in the little container, and then hold the coupler and take the handpiece off, and then slide the coupler out of the plastic on the plastic that was placed over the chair. The next step is to place the handpiece over the tray and then grab the spray handpiece and take the spray tip off by pressing that little ring around the spray tip. Then you slide the spray handpiece over the chair without touching it. Then you take out the spray tip and again place it over the tray. So now you're going to take the burr off of the high-speed handpiece. Again, take the handpiece off and slide the coupler out on the chair without touching it. And then now you're going to do the slow-speed handpiece, the same step. Put the slow-speed handpiece on the tray after taking the burr off and putting it in that little container. Now, as you can see, the sonic fill handpiece wasn't used, so the assistant is trying to take off the coupler off of the handpiece without touching the coupler or the handpiece. So she takes off the coupler while still underneath the plastic, slides it off on the chair without touching it, and then tries to slide out the handpiece out of the plastic without touching the handpiece. She's going to slide the handpiece off on the clean surface, as you can see here. Next step would be to kind of clean the tray. All the dental material is going to be removed from the tray and placed on the dirty surface on the freestanding cabinet. At this point, we are going to try to take off all the disposable pieces, dispose it on the trash, such as gauze or floss or cotton roll. And then you try to kind of organize the tray. The reason for this is that you don't want to drop anything off the tray while transferring the tray to the sterilization area. As you can see, all the instruments are color coded. So anything that you see color coded, for example, in this case with red and yellow, belongs to the endodontic tray. The reason for this is that we don't want you to misplace any of those instruments outside of the tray by mistake. So next time when the doctor is using the cassette, after opening the cassette, the doctor is going to notice that an instrument is missing, and that's very frustrating. So as you can see, she's transferring the tray into the sterilization area now. All the sharps and breakable pieces are going to be tossed into the sharp container. The trash is obviously disposed into the trash area. She's taking the plastic off of the tray now. Please have this in mind. Anything underneath the plastic is clean unless the plastic is broken. So now she's trying to take the sensor off. She's gonna, if the plastic is broken, she's gonna slide the sensor off of the plastic, as you can see here. If the plastic isn't broken, she's gonna just lay it there with the plastic on it. The reason is that these sensors are very sensitive. Sometimes when we clean them with cavi wipe, the liquid might seep inside of it and damage the sensor, and the sensors are very expensive. Here she's taking off the Cavitron tip off of the Cavitron handpiece, and she will be going to take the Cavitron tip into the sterilization area. In this area, she is taking the, I'm not sure if you could see it here, but she took the wire off of the apex locator machine. The wire was clean in the apex locator, so she didn't touch it with her gloves. Now she's taking pieces off of the apex locator wire, and she's putting it in the sterilization area, as you can see here. And now she is getting ready to clean the lines. She's using the enzyme. It's a solution. You put it in the container and turn off and let hot water running into it. And then here she's taking the suction, taking out the suction tips, and turning it on and putting it in the container. Actually, while the water is running, I'm not sure why she turned off the water. She probably had to do something and didn't want the water to be running. As you can see, she's turning it on now. She is going to toss the suction tip into the trash. She's going to let the water run for probably about 5 minutes. So here she's going to do the high volume suction. She's going to take off the plastic, turn it on, and then place it into the water. So here she's going to remove the plastic. Remember, anything underneath the plastic is clean. The plastic is going to be tossed in the trash can. Now she's going to take the impression gun, press that little button, pull the plunger back, and take off the impression syringe from the impression gun. She's going to take both of them back into the lab area and put it in that little tray. And later on, we're going to spray all those. So now she's going to take the syringe. We usually don't put the syringe in the endo cassette because it's pretty tight. It's a small cassette, so we're just going to place it outside. She's going to take the all the sharps and place it into the sharp container. We're going to teach you how to sterilize all the pieces in another video. So now she's going to take off the impression that was taken for the temporary crown. All the disposable pieces are going to be disposed in the trash can. She's going to take the tray again into the back side of the office in the lab area and put it in that little tray that I showed you earlier. So at this point, she's going to take off the plastic off of the apex locator. If you remember, we took the wire off of the apex locator. I'm not sure if you could see it in the video. Here she's going to take off the plastic carefully without touching the apex locator. Now she's going to take off her gloves. She's showing you how to take off the gloves without contaminating your hands. And at this point, she's going to put clean gloves on to start cleaning the room with a cavi wipe. Her hands are completely clean because she took off the dirty gloves without touching the gloves with her hands. So now she's going to grab a cavi wipe and she's going to grab a piece of paper towel first. Remember, her gloves are clean. Never touch the paper towel with dirty gloves. Now she's going to grab a piece of cavi wipe. She's going to start cleaning the room, but before she does that, she's turning off the water, as it's probably been over 5 minutes where the suction lines have been being cleaned. So she's going to start with the endodontic machine. Remember, start cleaning always from the least dirty area. So she's going to grab the wire first with the cavi wipe, not with her gloves. She's going to start from the machine side and then go all the way to the end where the handpiece is. She's going to clean it really well and then dry it. Remember, the reason for drying the areas with the paper towel is that cavi wipe destroys everything. It leaves this yellow residue, which is not pretty. So every time we clean something that we don't want to look ugly, we are going to also wipe it with clean paper towel after. Here, although I haven't touched the countertop, she's going to clean it just in case. She's going to clean the handle just in case, although it was covered with the plastic. Just in case the doctor didn't pay attention and the plastic was displaced and the doctor by mistake touched the handle. Now she's gonna start cleaning all the handpiece, wires and couplers with the cavi wipe. As you can see, she starts grabbing the wire from the least dirty area with the cavi wipe, not with her gloves, and she's gonna slide it to the end. Then she kind of dries the white area with the paper towel. She's gonna continue doing that till all the parts are completely clean. It's very important for you not to touch anything directly with your gloves. The goal is to keep your gloves clean as much as possible. So as you can see, she grabs everything with the cavi wipe, not with the gloves, and then she uses her paper towel to kind of dry after she cleans with the cavi wipe. So now our delivery area is completely clean. So she's gonna move on to the bib holder. Again, she grabs the bib holder with the cavi wipe, not with her gloves. She cleans it completely and she places it over the tray. The next step would be to clean the wire that was connected to the apex locator. Remember, that wire was contaminated heavily by the patient's saliva, so you have to clean it really, really well. The end of it is less contaminated as it was connected to the apex locator, which the doctor doesn't actually touch. So we're going to place the wire over the tray. We're going to continue with cleaning the sensor, x-ray sensor. Again, we're going to grab it from the wire closest to the computer, not to the patient. We're going to grab it with the cavi wipe and we just find our way through to the end where the sensor is located. Just pay attention how gently she handles everything. She's not handling anything with lack of care, which means that she's not going to destroy anything. Remember, that sensor is very expensive. The sensor is about $10,000 and you never want to pull the wire. You want to always handle it with care. She's going to place it back over the cabinet on the handle. Then she is going to grab the Cavitron wire from the far beginning of the wire, and then she's going to find her way through to the end where the handpiece is located, and she's going to clean it really, really well. She's going to place it back over the designated area. So now she's starting to clean the suction area, which we kept for the last part because it was the most contaminated area. She grabs the cavi wipe, she starts from the bottom of each hose, and she finds her way towards the end. She will clean the dry shield hose the last because she has to separate the dry shield and take it to the sterilization area. The dry shield hose is a little more difficult to clean. She makes sure that she's not touching the hose with her gloves. She is grabbing the hose with the cavi wipe. When she reaches the end, she separates the dry shield from the hose. She puts the hose back in its place, and she takes the dry shield to the sterilization area to be sterilized. Here she's trying to show you that for endo, we try to spray the lead apron because we take so many x-rays during the procedure that the lead apron likely gets contaminated. So she takes it to the back of the office in the lab area, and she will spray it with cavi-side spray. She will try to spread out the liquid with her gloves, and then she will take it back to the room and she will place it over the x-ray tube arm. So now she's trying to grab a new cavi wipe. She is going to start cleaning all the materials, like the sealer tube, the glasses, the unused lidocaine carpules, and all that. And after she's done with this part, she will grab the contaminated bib and she will put it in the trash can. At this point, she will have to put everything back in the cabinet. The endo machine has a lot of little parts, so she's gonna fold all the wires and place it into the cabinet. We have a pedal that is connected to the machine. Remember, you have to wipe that pedal before putting it inside of the drawer, as it has to be completely clean. We do cover the pedal with blue plastic covering, so you have to take off the blue plastic covering while cleaning with cavi wipe. As you can see here, she's going to show you shortly, and then you're gonna have to place it back into the cabinet. And here she's just showing you how she's going to put everything else back in the drawer. That wire is the wire that we use with the apex locator. She's going to put it back. She put the apex locator back in the drawer too. Now she's going to put the black endo container back into the last drawer. And after this, we're going to show you how to we have a torch for endo that we use, the doctor uses at the end. She's going to show you how to add gas to the endo torch. We have this gas container. It's like a refill container. You put the endo torch on top of it and you just press it down firmly, and that will fill the torch with gas, so it's ready to use. And that concludes our session.